Hi, good morning. Today we are going to complete the proposition. Okay, before that, just recall what you mean by a compact linear operator. I'll map A from x to y is said to be a compact linear operator if every bounded sequence xn belongs to x, axn must have a Cauchy subsequence. Then we call A is a compact linear map, and we have denoted set of all compact linear map as the set Kx. This is the notation for set of all compact linear operators, and the set Lxy denote set of all bounded linear map from x to y. Okay, so in the proposition, the second property is A is a map from A belongs to Kxy. Okay, Kxy, and B, suppose B belongs to some L of z to x, and we have to prove AB belongs to Kzy. Okay, and also there are another C from the x to y, etc. Okay, so first property is this one. So here we have to prove AB is a compact linear map from Z to Y. Okay, so for this you choose some bounded sequence in Z, then we prove AB of that sequence has a Cauchy subsequence. Okay, now given B is a map from Z to X, A is a map from X to Y. Using composition, clearly we get AB is a map from Z to Y. Okay, both are linear map, composition also a linear map that I am giving you as an exercise. Okay, you check AB is a linear map. Okay, now we have to prove AB is a compact. Okay, for this you have to take a bounded sequence in Zn. Okay, let Zn n is equal to 1 to infinity be a bounded sequence in Z. Okay, now given B is a bounded linear map, therefore using this result, clearly what is the meaning of that B is a bounded linear map? B is bounded means norm of B less than or equal to some C into norm of Bx. Okay, so as Zn is a bounded sequence, clearly Bzn is also a bounded sequence in X. But given that A is a compact operator, therefore given any bounded sequence in X, Xn has a converging as a Cauchy subsequence. Therefore Bzn is a bounded sequence in X. Therefore Bzn has a Cauchy subsequence. This implies AB of Zn n equal to 1 to infinity has a Cauchy subsequence. Okay, so Zn is a bounded sequence in Z, and finally we get AB of Zn has a Cauchy subsequence. As Zn is arbitrary, we can say that for every bounded sequence in Z, every bounded sequence Zn in Z, AB of Zn has a Cauchy subsequence. This implies AB is a compact linear map. Linearity already we have proved. Okay, this implies AB belongs to Kzy. Now we have to prove, let us see is a map from bounded C belongs to B, Y, Z. This is our notation. This implies C is a map from Y to Z and C is a bounded map. And A is a map from X to Y. A belongs to KXY. A is compact. And we have to prove that CA is a compact linear map from X to Z. This is what we have to prove. Okay. And here C is a bounded linear map. And we have to prove CA is a compact. So C is clearly A is a map from X to Y, C is a map from Y to Z. Therefore, CA is a map from X to Z. Okay, conversation. Now you choose some xn. Let xn n equal to 1 to infinity be a bounded sequence in X. Now, what about C? C is a map from, okay. What about A? A is a compact linear map. Therefore, let xn be a bounded sequence in X implies A is compact implies A xn n equal to 1 to infinity has a Cauchy subsequence. Okay, and this implies, let it be some Cauchy sequence A x n k. K varies from 1 to infinity. This be a Cauchy subsequence. Okay. Now what about C? This is a Cauchy subsequence in Y. Now C is a bounded linear map from Y to Z. This is a Cauchy subsequence in Y. This implies also xn is bounded. Okay. This implies, if you consider this is a bounded linear map. This implies C A x n k it's also a Cauchy subsequence. How? This is a Cauchy subsequence. Also C is a bounded linear map. Okay. So that means, what is the meaning of C is bounded? C Y is less than or equal to some k into norm of Y. Okay. And if you consider this is a Cauchy subsequence and this is a bounded sequence. Thus we get CAXNK is a Cauchy subsequence. Okay. This implies if xn is a bounded sequence in X, then CAXN has a Cauchy subsequence. CXN has a Cauchy subsequence. This implies CA is a compact linear operator. Okay. X is equal, X equal to Y, then this K X to Y you can write as K X to X, and the notation for this is actually this is equal to K X. Similarly, in the case of bounded linear map, if X is equal to Y, then bounded linear map notation is L X to X, and this is equal to, this is, we denote this as L of X. Okay. Now we have K of X and we have L of X, and we have to prove that K of X is a two-sided ideal in L of X. Okay. Now what do you mean by an ideal? Suppose R is our non-empty ring and N is a subring of R, and N is called an ideal if An is a subset of N. Similarly, NB is a subset of N. Left side ideal, right side ideal. Okay. So An is a subset of N and NB is a. Here we have N is equal to K of X. Okay. And R is equal to L of X. Okay. And you choose some A belongs to R. A belongs to R means you have to choose some A belongs to L of X. Okay. So you choose some A is equal to some capital letter B. Okay. B is a bounded linear map. And some N. So you take some An subset of N implies we have to prove that Ax belongs to N for every x belongs to n. Okay, so for x we can consider here some a belongs to n. So a belongs to n means a belongs to kx. Okay, b belongs to some b or c. Okay, b belongs to lx, a belongs to kx. Using previous result we have proved ab or ca. Okay, so if you consider for this you can consider c. Okay, by definition we have ca belongs to kx. That means ca belongs to n. This implies an subset of n. Okay, there is no need to write like this, just recall. Okay, ca belongs to n. This implies this is a left sided ideal. Similarly, if you consider some b is equal to capital letter b, then we have already proved ab belongs to kxx. Okay, this implies a belongs to our n. Okay, this implies nb subset of n. Okay, this implies kx is a two-sided ideal in Lx. Kx means set of all compact linear map from x to x, and Lx means set of all bounded linear map from x to x. Okay, hope it is clear. Okay, in the next class we will prove the third property. Okay.